Microsoft is doing a lot of interesting things. I feel like clearly they have sort of some idea, at least for this week, what they want to do, and whether or not that's going to be something that changes gaming or changes the way we look at things. That's up for interpretation. But for right now, I think a lot of us maybe agree that some changes needed to be made in various aspects to what Xbox was doing. And maybe these are the changes that will help. I don't know. It could be. It very well could be. But at the same time, we'll see if that's something that realistically happens. Now, for me, open mind about it. It's going to be something that changes, people's opinions. I'm not sure, but I do want to get into this video because I feel like it could be a very interesting one, and I'm curious, as always, to hear what everybody else thinks about it. What's up, everybody? I'm Crap Gamer. This is Crap Gamer Reviews with another video. Thank you guys for checking it out. Please like, share, subscribe. I would appreciate that as well. It certainly helps out my channel, and again, I'm just always very appreciative that you guys like the videos. I do daily gaming content. A simple like does amazing things, believe it or not. So if you guys could like the video, that would be great. The daily gaming content stuff is something I love doing, and hopefully that comes across to each and every one of you. So thank you guys. Microsoft, I feel, has been really hampered by lackluster leadership over the years. So maybe that's something that realistically happens that really kind of makes people annoyed or whatever, and so again, we're kind of in this weird spot where gamers are kind of stuck pondering what's going to happen in the future and things like that. For me, though, I look at this and I say, hey, this could be very interesting. This could be a very interesting situation, as they have official new boss, a new head of Xbox Game Studios. So it's a new era for Xbox for sure. It was revealed that Rare's boss Craig Duncan would become the new leader of Xbox Game Studios, replacing Forza Motorsport's Alan Hartman. Now, an update on Rare's socials. It seems that Duncan has recently started his new role with his existing team, celebrating his tenure after 13 years and 10 months. He says, "Today we're celebrating Game Boss tenure at Rare. After 13 years and 10 months, our head honcho recently started a new role as head of Xbox Game Studios. We'll still see plenty of him, but he'll miss out on a daily cake. Thanks for everything, Greg. From all of us, you rock." So, obviously, if you did an update on the current structure of Microsoft's gaming division, Phil Spencer is Microsoft's gaming CEO, Sarah Bond is the president of Xbox, and Matt Booty is the president of game content and studios. In other words, Duncan still has plenty of higher-ups to report to and is walking a similar pathway to certain other Xbox employees in the past. Until now, Duncan was leading Rare on projects like Sea of Thieves and has years of industry experience. Now, I think, I'm willing to say, hey, this is cool. Let's see where this lands. Maybe he has a fresh take on, some of this stuff. But I also kind of want to point out that at the same time, we have to look at things and we have to go, okay, he's been the head of Rare for 13 years. In 13 years, how many games did he actually ship out for Rare? So far, realistically, the only new one is they did Connect Sports in 2014, and they did, of course, Rare Replay, which was a compilation. And of course, I mean, if you're looking back to it, I think, like the Viva Pinata games, he wasn't the head of Rare at that particular point. So it's really kind of hard to kind of guess where that is. But at the same time, I look at this and I go, this could be some good news. This could be, just exactly what the doctor ordered in terms of, what's shaping up for Xbox. Maybe just a different point of view, a different set of eyes, something to go out there and really kind of show people, hey, we're serious. We've got some, maybe, you know what I'm saying? Like, different people have different expectations. Like, if I were somebody who works at Rare, I would definitely have a different expectation than, than maybe somebody else. Like Alan Hartman, I don't think many people even realized that he was head of Xbox Game Studios. At least I didn't until he had left, and then you just kind of go, okay, well, that's cool, he left. But, again, at the end of the day, it realistically, maybe it doesn't matter. Maybe, I don't really know, because when I'm looking at this and I'm sitting here going, what's going on with Xbox? It is a weird situation, because Xbox is in this spot where, anything can happen, and usually does. But, we're due for some good things. I think, possibly this leadership change could be good things. We need to get to a point where I think where we're starting to get quality content from people, you know what I mean? And it has to be on time quality content, meaning maybe my hope is that, we're in a situation where this guy can help Xbox in a really, really good way, and maybe trying to get people on task and things like that. Now, does that mean, does that mean that this is for sure going to happen? Listen, I don't know. But I do think that it could be something that does happen, and that does actually help out in a good way for, Xbox fans. I would like to see, a lot of positive progress made where all this stuff is concerned. And I also feel like, maybe you have like new leadership and things like that, because they are shuffling things, and they have shuffled things. And that's something that could end up helping them in the long run, and that's hopefully exactly what's going to happen. Like, I would love just to see, Microsoft be able to go, okay, well, we got this new leadership in, from Rare, and maybe we can get some interesting things going for a change for the Xbox side of things, because I know a lot of people kind of give up on Xbox or whatever, and I think that that's kind of foolish. I think, let's give them a little bit of a chance and see if that's something that can can realistically change, and maybe it can change for the better. So, like, that's always my hope with this kind of stuff. Let's get things moving in the right direction, and see if this guy can get things kind of running more smooth for Xbox. Because honestly, if you look at things, and I heard it was so funny because the other day, and just to reiterate, like, I'm a big Xbox fan. But, you see some of this stuff happen, you see the way it does happen, and I heard somebody was like, oh, well, they replied to me on social media because I mentioned something, and somebody goes, yeah, well, Game Pass allows for, games to cook longer in the, blah, 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 things like that. It's like, and I thought that was a really, really bad thing to say, because just off the top of my head, like, Xbox has had so many problems lately with games. And people often blame Game Pass for that. What I mean by that is, for instance, if you look at it, right, Flight Simulator was a wreck at launch. Forza Motorsport was a wreck at launch. Starfield, even though I like that game, did not have what needed there to be there at launch, and it's much better now. But it just goes to show, like, they should have launched with the 60 frames. It should have launched with the vehicles for the different planets. It should have launched with, the town maps, right? It's like all this stuff that it has now, it should have launched with, Hellblade 2, I mean, that's a fine game, I guess, but again, it's like a 4 or 5 hour game. I'm just saying, Redfall, of course, was a disaster. So, like, people that think that, Game Pass, like, I've yet to see Game Pass really help that much, if at all, in terms of the games themselves. Now, it could be just a Microsoft corporation thing, because what I've noticed is a lot of games that are, on Xbox, they are games that feel kind of soulless. And, that's super unfortunate. So I would love to see Microsoft or Xbox teams get some games that really kind of have a soul to them. They have something great there. That's what I want to see in the future. So maybe this will contribute to that. But it is at least some kind of excitement for fans for a change. And I would love to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions on this. Let me know what you guys think. How do you feel about this? Do you think it's going to help? Do you think it's going to hurt? Sound off. Again, rate, comment, subscribe. Rack 'em up. Fact 'em up, Crap Gamer 'em up. I'll catch you next time. Crap Gamer, out.